Good evening, this is Dominic with the Backvlog. It's the media acquisition video for October 2025. So first things first, I went to the record store I used to work at and picked up some orders with the store credit that I had. And I got the newest Between the Buried and Me album, came out in September, I think, entitled The Blue Nowhere. And because I don't stream anymore, I've heard the singles on the album on YouTube and like seen the videos and everything. But after picking it up, it's the first time I've actually listened to the thing, and it's sick. It's not my favorite, but it's super eclectic. There's a lot of different sounds. You have your Tim Burton moments. You always love to hear that in Between the Buried and Me's music. Like the weird rockabilly stuff. I don't know. Paul Wagoner is incredible. He's an incredible musician. All of these guys are incredible musicians. This album is actually, it's more melodic than I was anticipating. The titular Blue Nowhere is one of my favorite tracks on the album. But there's so many choruses in this thing that just get stuck in my head. Which is odd for a death metal band. I'm glad I picked it up. I actually picked up the deluxe, the pre-order, I guess, the pre-order deluxe edition, which I wasn't anticipating on getting. I thought that was like an online only thing, but my record store happened to have a copy. And the reason I picked this up is because it also comes with a double CD, as well as a door hanger. There's a door hanger in this thing. But the CD was easy to rip and put onto my phone. And the second CD it came with was actually the instrumental version of the album, which is incredible. So I can listen to that at work without getting weird faces. And, I'm also a guitarist. So whenever I get around to, if I ever get the hankering to learn some of the music on this album, I think having the instrumental copy will be a lot easier to do so. Hiding behind the Blue Nowhere is another Between the Buried and Me record, The Great Misdirect. And, between Colors, the Parallax 2, and this, it's really hard to tell which is my favorite. I keep wanting to say this is my favorite record by them, but, those other two, they're such strong contenders. I think this thing is so thematically tight, and it's also catchy. I think the riffs in it go so freaking hard. You got your Tim Burton moments in here too. But yeah, now that I finally have this, I can actually listen to this again. It's been a very long time since I've listened to this album, and I love it so much. It's constantly stuck in my head. If you're in for some wild, like progressive death metal with, you've got your melodic stuff in it too. Especially in this record, The Great Misdirect, there's also a lot of classic sounding prog stuff. They take a lot of inspiration from like Genesis and Pink Floyd and stuff like that in this record. And you can definitely hear it. And the acoustic stuff in this record, it's so good. It's a good record. And the last thing I got that day at my record store was One Cut of the Dead on Blu-ray. I wanted to watch this with my fiance this season. We never ended up watching this, but this is an incredible film. If you don't know anything about it, please watch this and watch it blind. It's insane. It's a Japanese zombie film, and that's all I will say about it. It's a treat. It's very good. Not really scary by any of the means. It's a comedy. It's a horror comedy. So you can go in with that, but go in with nothing but that, because the surprises that this thing holds is something else. Then on October 24th, I think, maybe, Once Upon a Time in Katamari released. I've already shot my video for this. I platinumed the shit out of this thing. I've gotten everything. But that's not going to stop me from going back to this for years to come, because this game is so fun. I'm not really going to say anything more about this because I already have talked at length about it. So if you're interested in hearing what I have to say about it, I'm sure my video is out by now, but if not, keep an eye out. While I was there, at the same video game store I picked up Silent Hill F at in September. If you remember, if you saw that video, maybe I didn't bring this up, but I was looking for Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on the 3DS. I picked up Majora's Mask on the 3DS earlier this year, and I didn't want to play that until Ocarina. So in September I asked if they had it, and they didn't. So when I picked up Katamari, I figured I might as well check again. I still got $20 in store credit, and I see this motherfucker right here for $25, and I'm like, you sold. You have a customer in me. Yeah. So I'm in the middle of a DS game right now. More about that in the future. But once I'm done with that, I'll be playing this, and this will probably be one of the games that I play during my Christmas vacation, and I'm very excited for that. Last and most certainly not least is something I've been looking forward to for a little while. And as soon as my fiance told me that she was actually interested in going through this as well, I was like, okay, I'll put it higher on the priority list. Because, you know, it was on the priority list, but I wasn't gonna really go out of my way to look for it. I'll just, if I ever see it at a convention or something, I would pick it up. It's definitely like on the radar. But now it's on the priority list because she wants to go through it too. And that is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And we started this, we're on Act 2 now. Let me just say that anything could happen to anybody. I'm not talking about Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I'm talking about real life. And by that I mean, I am talking about Clair Obscur Expedition 33. You know, narratively speaking, there is lots of grief. And, you know, I don't want to go into it, but where at least the end of the first act goes is incredibly unexpected. And I am so excited to see where the story goes. I'm at a loss for words, and I haven't even... We're actually 33% of the way through the game right now, which I thought was very funny. The combat system in this thing, everybody was right. It freaking slaps. You know, combining the turn-based combat of JRPGs as well as the active combat of like a Dark Souls game with your perfect dodges and parries and whatnot. This game was made for me. After I beat Sekiro years ago, maybe in 2021 or 2022, my life has been ruined because I've been looking for something to fill the perfect parry itch, and this is finally doing it for me. And I just know that when I finish this game, there is going to be a hole in me that will never be filled. Just like Outer Wilds, when I finished that as well, that has also left a hole in me that will never be filled. But yeah, I'm not going to talk much about Clair Obscur Expedition 33 yet, because I'm sure I'll have a lot more to say about it. But until then, that is my media acquisition for October. Stay tuned for next month. There's a few things already, but I don't think it's not going to get much bigger than it already is. So stay tuned.